Hello everyone and welcome. This is Linda. So happy you could join me today. I'm going to talk about Bookmark, very similar to the bookmarks that we found built into nice expensive books. And a lot of times they're in reference books, they're in Bibles, they're in other literary works. These little bookmarks that incorporate the ribbon that you can position wherever you want to, and it's stationary in your book. These are really handy to have. And so I have found a way to make them for my junk journals. And so I'm going to start out with showing you how to make one and incorporate it in a journal that you've already made, that's completed. The signatures are already in the book. And then I'll show you how to do one as you're putting the signatures together in your book before you have it bound. So let's start out. Let's look at the kind of bookmark that we're talking about here. We all know these, the ribbon bookmarks, like I said, that we find in different books, and we like them because they're simple, they're easy to use. And I've always liked to incorporate 3 of the ribbons so that I can actually bookmark 3 things at one time if I wanted to do that. Now, this bookmark was put in after this book was made. And so let me show you how that worked. You see here on the very back, there's a 1-inch square of cardstock. Now I cut 2 of these little pieces of cardstock 1 inches. Then I inserted the ribbon in between them, and then I sewed mine, as you can see, to secure the ribbon, and that way it's definitely not coming out. Sometimes if you just glue them in between the 2 pieces of paper, sometimes the glue will let go and your ribbon will come out, but a lot of times that takes a while and a lot of use, so you'd probably be safe just gluing this if you wanted to. So this 1-inch square, 2 of them, put your ribbons in there. Now make sure that you have sized your ribbon the length you need. What I do is I put it in there and then I bring it over the top and see if it will hang out of the book at the bottom. And that's how long then that will cut all the little ribbons. And the fatter your book is, the longer your ribbons need to be to fit, because they won't reach to the front of the book if they're too short. And so you want to do that. Now once you get these secured on that 1-inch piece of cardstock, you can, as I have done, just glue this onto the back page at the top corner. It's not even really noticeable. And this is for when your book's already made, because if I had done it early on, I would have sewn it to the paper backing before I put the cover on, and secured it that way. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the camera. And so you can put it there, and then if you want to just lay them in like this and keep them there until you're ready to use them, or like a lot of people do, they'll put them in the middle of the book and keep them there. So I can bring them out, get a hold of them here, bring them out, run them around, and put them in the middle of the book and keep it there. So that's bookmarking like a pro. These are the type of little ribbon bookmarks that we all appreciate in some of the books, Bibles and reference books that we have. Okay, so now how do I do these when I'm making a journal from scratch and I'm working with my signatures before I get it all in the book. What I do then is I made a little small mock-up so you could see. We'll say that this is my completed signature, and it's going into my journal. What I have done there is I take on the outside of my signature, I take a 1-inch piece of paper that in depth, and then however wide that I want to secure it that way. Now what I did is I took that and I took it to the machine and I put my ribbons on it and sewed across to secure my ribbons. If you don't want to sew, you can do this again with glue. All right. Then once I had this piece with the ribbons on the underneath side sewed, then I brought it over, and with the ribbons on the underneath side, I glued it to the top of my signature. Now this is the back piece of the signature. This is the piece that's going into your book. And so you can see then that these will lay right down the center of your book, however many you want to put. Again, I put 3, and then these will be there when you want to use them to bookmark, and they are really not seen in your book except maybe a little bit at the top, and then of course where they come out at the bottom. So really you can bookmark like a pro with your little ribbons, and just either put them in as you're creating the book and creating the signature, or add it to an existing book by using the little 1-inch tab at the back. Okay, that's my tip for today, and I hope that will help you out if you've ever wanted to incorporate some of these little ribbon bookmarks in your journals. Have a great day and keep creating. Bye-bye.